Yeah. So in the last class, we started concept called valuation of forward and future contract. And in that juncture, we started the valuation of forward price, how we can do calculate the price of forward contract. So as we discussed, so there will be normally three price for any investment asset. One is book price, then intrinsic value, then market price. So whenever investor who wanted to go for investment, he has to do some analysis. He has to find out what is the real value of particular asset. So in order to find out the real value, we need to find out its intrinsic value, or it also called as theoretical value. Basically here, in the valuation of future contract and forward contract, we are going to find out its theoretical price or its intrinsic value so that we can compare with its market price. So, and if it is overpriced, that means the intrinsic value is less than the market price, then it is called overpriced in the market. And if intrinsic value is less than the, sorry, yeah, if the intrinsic price is less but market price is high is called overpriced, and if it is intrinsic price high and market price is less, then it is called undervalued. So here, while taking decision, normally investor has to take that he has to buy undervalued investment asset and he has to take short position for overvalued asset. Yeah. Then, so in the last class, we discussed how to find out the price, the forward price. So while discussing, where we found that there will be three keys to find out the price of forward contract. The first case, when the underlying asset does not provide any income. See, the first one, when the underlying asset does not provide any income. So at that time, we have one formula to calculate forward price. And the second case, when the underlying asset provide the cash income in the form of dividend or return. So that is called known income in the form of cash. And third case, for securities providing known yield. So this particular type of underlying asset does not provide any income in the form of cash, but in the form of yield. You can take the example of index futures. So you know that index future is consist of many stocks. So which gives yield instead of cash income. So in the last class, we discussed one problem under first case, that is for securities providing no income. The formula is the forward price is equal to spot price into exponential the power risk-free rate of return into the maturity period. So in that case, we discussed one problem. Today we'll discuss one more problem under that. Yeah. See here, just take example. This is the formula. Forward price is equal to spot price into the exponential power RT. F means forward price. S means a spot price or current market price of underlying asset. If your underlying asset, for example, if your underlying asset is ACC stock, then what is the current market price of ACC stock? Then E, exponential power. It's a natural log with, but the base value of E is 2.7183. So normally we use not natural log with the base value of 10, but here to find out the future price we use the natural log with the base value of 2.7183, and R means risk-free rate of return or risk-free rate of interest, which is compounded continuously. We need compounded interest rate to discount the spot price. And T is the maturity period. Maturity period is nothing but the duration left for the expiry of particular contract. So that is called maturity period. Just take an example. Um, the underlying asset is XYZ stock, and its current market price is spot price is 750. Current market price is 750, and the interest risk-free rate of interest, which is compounded continuously, is considered 7%. 7%. And the maturity period for the contract is 3 months. So the underlying asset here, XYZ stock, and the market price of that underlying asset is 750, the spot price. The rate of interest, which is compounded continuously, is 7%, and the duration of the contract is 3 months. The person undertake contract for the month of 3 months. So now here find out what is the forward price. What is the forward price for this type of contract? Calculate forward price for this contract. So use this formula. So here there is no income is given, no in the form of cash income, no income in the form of yield. So there is no income. So this particular case related to first case where securities does not provide any income. So now use this formula and find out forward price. So forward price is equal to, just insert the values. Spot price how much? 750. So current market price is 750 into exponential value. You can write just E exponential, the power and R, what is the rate of interest, is 7%. 7 divided by 100, so you can write 0.07 and into the T is the term of contract, that is 3 by 12. So just insert the values. Now simplify it. 750 into you can write 2.7183. So this is the constant value. 2.7183 is the constant value for E. So 2.7183. So here 0.07 into 3 by 12. So it comes 0.0175. 0.0175. Just a minute. So it comes 0.0175. Now you can find out what is the power of 2.7183, that is for 0.0175. As I said, you can find out this value either by checking exponential table value, or you can use natural log table with the base of 10. So I'll use the exponential table value. So you can check out. See here, natural log. Now the x value is 0.01, 0.0175, 0.0175. Okay, we can use this one 0.01, or you can, if you make it near value, 0.02. So I can use 0.02. For 0.02, the value is 1.02020. So now 750 into 1.02020. 750 into 1.020. So 765.15. 765.15. So that is the forward price for this contract. Now, if consider if mm, the forward price in the market, if forward price in the market is 760. Consider if forward price in the market, this is market, this is theoretical price, or we call it as a intrinsic value. Calculated value is intrinsic value. So there will be normally market price for every contract. Consider in the market, if the forward price is 760, so what is your decision? Its real value is 765, but it is available in the market 760, which is lesser than its intrinsic value. So it is undervalued in the market. It is undervalued in the market. How much undervalued? Rupees 5.15. Rupees 5.15 is undervalued in the market. So what we can do? We can purchase this particular contract. Take long position. Take long position. So purchase underlying asset for 760. You are sure that in the future the market price definitely reach 765.15. So where you can make 5.15 profit for one unit. Consider if in one contract of 1000 unit or 1000 lot size, the lot size is 1000. So your profit will be 5150. So this is the strategy normally investor follow under fundamental analysis. So I hope you understood the first case when there is no income for underlying asset. So we can use this formula and find out forward price. Now we'll see the second case. that is securities providing known cash income. Securities providing known cash income in the form of dividend. So when the security is providing known cash income, the formula to find out forward price is forward price is equal to spot price from the current market price. You have to deduct present value of that income which is available in the future. For example, I entered into contract and I took the particular asset, that is a stock of ABC Limited, and that ABC Limited, if my contract is for 3 months, and if that stock declare dividend during that 3 months in the form of dividend, that means I get the dividend. So here that is income. So as per carry cost model, you know that the formula of carry cost model. Under carry cost model, for spot price, we add all the costs incurred for the holding of underlying asset, carriage, storage cost, insurance, or the amount borrowed, the interest paid on the amount borrowed. So all those costs we add and we deduct any income derived from that underlying asset. So here the dividend is the income which derived for that particular asset. So that's why we should deduct that income. So if you get any income, you should deduct that income from the current market price and find out forward price. So from the spot price, deduct the present value of income. Present value. What do you mean by present value? Present value is nothing but, for example, if you get income after 3 months you get 500. What is the present value of that 500 today? So we need to discount that income. Normally we discount with inflation factor. With inflation factor, we know that the purchasing power of the money will reduce year by year due to inflation. So that means today's rupees 100 will not be have the same purchasing power for tomorrow. It will be reduced. So with that concept, we discount our future value of income to find out the present value. So you need to find out the present value of income, then deduct from the current market price. Then everything same, exponential, the power R and T. So how to find out forward price? And see, again, to find out the present value of income, the formula is E minus power RT. So to discount, so I'll see here. When securities providing, second case, this one is the second case. When the security is providing known cash income in the form of cash income, you are getting dividend for your underlying asset. So what is the formula? Formula is equal to, that is forward price. Forward price is equal to spot price, current market price, minus present value of income received. Present value, remember present value of income received, into E the power RT. E is the exponential value with the base value of 2.7183. R means risk-free rate of interest which is compounded continuously. Then T means the maturity period. Now, how to find out the present value of income? So present value of income is equal to, so income received, if you received 500 rupees, 500. So income received into the exponential minus RT. To discount amount, we have to add minus RT, exponential power minus RT. So these two formula required to find out forward price under second case, that is securities providing cash income. First we need to find out the present value of income, then we need to find out forward price. Here also R is the same, that is the risk-free rate of interest which is compounded continuously, and T is the duration of the dividend. Duration of the dividend. See here T means duration of the contract, here duration of the dividend. Sometimes dividend declared in between in the middle of the contract. So then we have to consider the time to declare dividend. Yes, here total duration of the contract. We'll see one example. See, let us consider a 6-month forward contract on 100 shares with a price of rupees 38 each. So there is one stock and the lot size of that particular contract is 100 shares, and he wanted to enter 6-month forward contract. He wanted to enter 6-month forward contract, and the market price of that particular stock is rupees 38. The risk-free rate of interest continuously compounded is 10% per annum. And the share in question is expected to yield a dividend of rupees 1 point. See, remember, so when the dividend is given in the form of rupees 1.5 or rupees 200, rupees 50, so you have to understand this is the second case when investor get in the form of cash income. So he'll get cash income. So if dividend is given in the form of percentage, then we have to go for third case. If there is no dividend, then it is first case. So this is a simple way how you can identify which case. So you have to see the information about dividend. If there is no information about dividend, so then it is the first case. If dividend information is given in the form of rupees 150 or 1.5, then it is the second case. If dividend information given in the form of percentage, that is dividend declared at 5% or dividend declared at 15%, then it is the third case. Okay. See here, the share in question expected to yield a dividend of rupees 1.50 in a 4 months from now. In a 4 months from now. See, the duration of the contract is 6 months. Duration of this contract is 6 months, but the duration of the dividend is 4 months. So you have to carefully see that what is the time for contract and what is the time for dividend. So in this case, the time for contract is 6 months and time for dividend is 4 months. So we may determine the value. Find out the forward price for this case. How to find out forward price? Okay. First, write down the given information. I'll write down the given information here. First one, 6 month, you can write term of contract, TC. Term of contract is 6 by 12. And lot size is 100 per share. Lot size or number of units is 100 shares. 100 shares, and the market price per share is 38. Market price per share is 38. Then the risk-free rate of interest is 10% per annum, which is continuously compounded. Then dividend rupees 1.5 per share. So you need to find out what's the total dividend received. And the term of dividend TD is 4 months, 4 by 12. 4 by 12. So with this detail, find out the value of forward contract. So what is the formula to find out forward price? So you know that forward price here, forward price is equal to spot price, total value or current market price of the contract minus I into E exponential RT, and I is equal to Y income received E minus RT. Find out forward price. So first thing we need to find out what is the present value of the income. What is the present value of the income? So income received, that is Y, 1.50. 1.50 for one share, and here lot size is 100. Lot size is 100, and total income received 1.5 into 100, that is 150. Total income received is 150. Then you can find it again spot price also for one share. For one share it is 38, and for 100 shares how much? 3,800. 3,800. Again, you can find out for 1 unit also, that is for 1.5 and 38. Then later, after finding out one forward price for one price, then you can multiply into 100, same one and same. But I'll first take for the total contract. Instead of taking one shares, I'll take one contract. One contract consists of 100 shares. So spot price is 38,000. Now, first find out present value of income, that is by using this formula. I is equal to income received into E the power minus RT. So I'll write income, the present value of income is equal to Y, that is total income received 150, 150 into the exponential minus R, risk-free rate of interest which is compounded continuously is 10%. So I'll write 0.0, sorry, 0.10, correct? 0.10 into 0.10 into T. Here for this one, the T is nothing but the duration for the dividend, TD. TD, duration for the dividend, that is 4 by 12. 4 by 12. So 0.10 into 4 by 12, 4 by 12, I'll get that is 150 into E minus 0.03. 0.03. Now check the present value. Go for exponential table. Find out what is the value for E the power minus 0, 3. See, x is equal to 0.03, 0.03, but you have to check out under e the power minus x. Say the e the power minus x. For 0.03, e the power minus x is equal to 0.97045. So 150 into 0.97045. 150 into 0.97. So how much? 150 into 0.9745. That is 1. So I'll got 146.17. Yeah. So 150 into 0.97045. 145.57. See the present value of dividend. So after 4 months, you will get rupees 150. But the present value of that income is 145.57. We discount it. Present value of that income is 145.67. Now we can find out forward price. That is forward price is equal to spot price. What is the spot price for the total contract? 3,800. For 1 unit 38. For total contract 3,800. So I'll write here forward price is equal to spot price 3,800 minus present value of income we calculated now 145 145.57 145.57. Then E into E power R 10%, 0.10 into T that is a term of contract. Remember here in this formula T means term of contract. So what is the term of contract? Term of contract is 6 months. So 6 by 12. Rate of interest will be the same for both the formula, but T will be differ. In the first case, that means to find out present value of income, T means term of dividend. To find out forward price, T means term of contract. So now simplify. 3,800 minus 145.57. So 3,654.43 into E 0.10 into 6 by 12. So 0.05. So here positive e the power rt, here minus e the power minus rt to discount. To find out future price positive, to find out present value this minus. Okay, now find out the value of e the power 0.05. E the power 0. X is equal to 0.05. X is equal to 0.05. And the power e the power x is 1. See this one 0 1.05127 3654.43 into 1.05127. So 364.43 into 1.05127. So we'll get answer of 3841 3841.79 3841.79. So that is the forward price for this type of contract. Clear? 3841.79. Okay. Understood? Class. Yes. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt? Okay, thank you.